Hello, folks. This story was sent to me by a subscriber and is intended for educational purposes only. Thank you for watching. 800 micrograms LSD. When the ceiling became a time machine, it all started innocently enough. Just a bold experiment with 800 micrograms of LSD. Something I'd read about, but never dared to try. I was alone in my tiny apartment, feeling curious and a bit nervous. As the initial waves of the trip hit, the world seemed to dissolve into a kaleidoscope of colors and shapes that bent and stretched like elastic. But nothing prepared me for what happened next. I was lying on my couch, staring at the ceiling, which suddenly seemed to ripple like the surface of a disturbed pond. The ornate plasterwork twisted and turned, transforming into something altogether more cosmic. The ceiling wasn't just a ceiling anymore. It was a portal, a swirling vortex of lights and patterns, humming with an energy I could feel in my bones. Then, as if the universe itself decided to play a joke on me, a voice echoed from the ceiling. Not a voice from inside my head, but one external and oddly bureaucratic. "Welcome to the Temporal Ceiling Control Center," it said, in a tone that mixed monotony with mild sarcasm. Something in my brain was melting. The voice. You've accessed the time travel interface. Please select your destination. I sat up, heart pounding, half laughing at my own delirium. Destination? This is LSD, not a sci-fi movie, I muttered. But the ceiling responded by projecting a holographic calendar. Months, years, centuries spinning around like a carnival ride. I tentatively reached out my hand and touched the year 1985. The ceiling shimmered, and suddenly my living room morphed into my childhood bedroom. Posters of 80s rock bands adorned the walls, and an old Game Boy sat on the bedside table. I was there, mine, but younger, watching my past self playing video games. I was both observer and participant, a ghost with a front row seat to my own history. Fascinated, I tried another date. 1999. The scene changed instantly to a chaotic New Year's Eve party. Loud music, flashing lights, people laughing and shouting. I could hear snippets of conversations and smell the unmistakable scent of cheap beer in anticipation. I realized the ceiling was letting me visit not just moments, but entire sensory experiences of my past. Curious to push the boundaries, I selected a year in the distant future, 2121. The ceiling exploded in a riot of colors, and I found myself in a city of towering glass spires and flying vehicles. The air shimmered with neon hues, and people moved with a strange grace, communicating through devices I couldn't understand. I felt like an alien visiting from another planet, strange, amazed, and a little out of place. Suddenly, the bureaucratic voice returned. "Please adhere to the rules of temporal visitation. No interaction with natives, no altering events, and for goodness sake, don't try to bring souvenirs back." I chuckled, the absurdity of it all making me feel lightheaded. The ceiling then projected a help menu, listing functions like pause, rewind, fast forward, and exit. I tried pause, and the world froze. Time stopped everywhere, except for me, floating in a surreal bubble of stillness. It was peaceful but eerie, like being trapped in a photograph. When I hit rewind, the scenes moved backward rapidly. I saw snippets of my life playing in reverse. the first kiss, my high school graduation, even the mundane moments, like making coffee or getting stuck in traffic. It was a montage of my existence, both beautiful and bizarre. Fast forward tipped me into moments I hadn't yet lived. I saw myself old, gray-haired, sitting by a fireplace with a mysterious smile. A younger me was there too, sitting on the floor, playing with a golden retriever puppy. I felt a strange warmth, a promise of life continuing beyond the chaos of the present. But then things took a weird turn. I pressed exit and expected to return to my apartment. Instead, the ceiling morphed into a giant eye, blinking slowly and watching me. The bureaucratic voice sighed. You can't leave just yet. There's one more function. Merge. Careful with this one. I hesitated, but curiosity won. I hit merge, and suddenly the boundaries between past, present, and future collapsed. I was everywhere and everyone at once. My childhood room, the New Year's Eve party, the futuristic city, and my current living room, all layered like a psychedelic collage. Time folded into itself, and I felt like a cosmic DJ, mixing the tracks of my life. Colors exploded into patterns that sang. Shapes morphed into faces of friends and strangers, and the ceiling whispered secrets of the universe in a language I almost understood. Colors of a language I almost understood. My brain struggled to keep up, feeling stretched thin between moments. Just as I thought I might lose myself entirely, the ceiling blinked, and the normal plaster returned. I was back on my couch, heart racing, mind buzzing. The trip mellowed into a gentle afterglow, and I lay there, amazed and bewildered. That day, the ceiling wasn't just a ceiling. It was a time machine, a cosmic joke, and a portal to every moment that made me who I am. And I'll never look at my living room the same way again.